Dream Ride has become a year-long reason for people to get together, to share experiences, to create friendships, to raise money together with our athletes, for our sponsors to promote their products. It truly is amazing what we've evolved.
This is a donation from our group, and hope to have many more to come.
I think it's important to realize how we've touched the lives of the athletes and their families. It's important to realize that you've given them a reason to be involved in their community, to get out with business leaders in their local community, whether it's an IGA store owner, a Harley-Davidson dealer, or anyone else involved in fundraising within that community. They've made friends, relationships. You've given them a place to go. You've given them something to live for, something to think of, a reason to look at a calendar and cross off a day till they get to see their friends again. And I truly mean friends, and I think that's become so apparent that once you get involved or have been involved in Dream Ride, you stay involved in Dream Ride.
Try putting yourself in my position.
Or in my situation.
Or in my life.
Try to feel what I feel.
What I desire.
What I endure.
Try to be me, just one day.
Try to go to work.
Like I do. Or I do.
Or like all of my fellow athletes do.
You can't imagine how it feels to be me.
Or any of us.
It's awesome to be us. It's just because of you.
We can make new friends.
It's because of you.
We get out of the house and we train.
Train hard.
Because of you.
We feel loved, guided, and supported.
It's because of you believing in me.
Or me.
Or us.
And of course, we are taking a lashing right now across the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Watch out Norfolk and New York City as it is headed your way.
Southern side of Long Island getting inundated with storm surge, maybe up to 6 to even 11 feet above the normal tide. An astronomical tide included in there. This could be devastating.
It's been 6 years since the United States has faced a hurricane threat like the one that is now facing America with Irene.
Then, by 2 p.m., it's up over Connecticut, and possibly as a...
The decision this year not to go ahead with the Dream Ride was one that was filled with lots of emotions, because I don't think everybody realizes how Dream Ride affects each and every one of us, and in the many ways that we have touched the lives of so many people. And hopefully, as you see some of the pictures, you will understand exactly what we're made of.
When I found out that the event was canceled due to bad weather, it's indescribable at this point, because to know that so much effort went into this preparation, and now to just hold back and start over again without getting to see the smiles and the proud moments of these athletes. I tell you, you almost want to shed a tear.
I've been preparing ever since of last year's Dream Ride. The next day, I would start counting down until this year's Dream Ride. And then I found out today, since we're having horrible storms over the weekend, that this is probably the first year that they're canceling it. So this is pretty devastating.
Well, when you consider there is a hurricane on its way here, I think it's just amazing to me to think that firefighters all the way from Vermont would take the time to come down today to present 2 different checks to help athletes both from Vermont Special Olympics and New Hampshire Special Olympics. I mean, that's what, to me, that's incredible dedication and passion.
I think it's very important for everyone to realize that with the amount of emergency personnel that support us, and police and volunteers, that during this time, many people had a lot of their own tragedies to deal with. I think it's very important to thank the staff and the owners, Joe and Chris Calvanese, from the Farmington Club and the Farmington Polo Grounds, for everything that they do for us. In the midst of all of this, they had 8 feet of water running through their facilities. The entire grounds were flooded, and they were ready the following week for weddings. Amazing, truly amazing, the people that are involved with Dream Ride and what they accomplish in their everyday lives. I'm always amazed at how the event touches people and how they react after the event. I know there was a time in Farmington when many of the people in Farmington didn't understand Dream Ride, and now are on board in more ways than I can tell you. But it goes throughout many of the participants. We've had participants from Florida that have been touched and now have involved Florida Special Olympics in a place called Big Dog Ranch Rescue.
The special needs kids that come, it's really wonderful to see when we give them a task and the responsibility of having a dog, how much pride they take in it.
I came here to dogs, I feed them, and I love them, and that's what I do.
They remember everything they do here, so it really proves to me that this makes an indelible mark. It really helps them connect.
To everyone involved with Dream Ride, it became more apparent. Even though Dream Ride didn't occur, everyone realized that Dream Ride did occur the entire year. The emails, the support, the checks, the tears, the smiles, the joy, the cards, all these things made people reflect on what happened during the year. And the support was unanimous. It was unbelievably and more than could have been expected. I'm truly proud of everything we've done, and I'm truly proud how you all touched the lives of so many.
Dream Ride is a special day to all of us.
There's no question how proud I feel of all our IGA retailers who have gotten involved and realize the importance of either having athletes be at their stores to meet their customers, have found ways to have events throughout the year to involve local athletes in their communities and to be proud of them. At one time it was only a couple of $1,000s that we would raise from retailers. This year alone we had one retailer raise in excess of $26,000, and I'm so proud of each and every one of you. It's so impressive, and it shows truly your ability to give things back to the community.
A couple months back, Krista contacted me and said she had an athlete that would really like to work for a Harley dealer and asked if I'd like to meet him, and I said absolutely. And Sean came in and he just was so enthusiastic about the bikes, and I remembered him from last year's video with the tattoo on his arm. And just to have somebody that's so enthusiastic about the ride and about motorcycles come in and work for us was just a blessing. We love having him here. We're so glad to have him join our team. He comes to events with me, and he just has such a thirst for knowledge about the motorcycles, and he brings such a joy to it that you can just tell how much he loves it, and that just brings so much to the plate for us.
My involvement started with Special Olympics at the Dream Ride, attending and seeing the athletes there. I never thought it would evolve into the Waterbury Police Department and PAL getting involved.
What we found with Dream Ride is that after people get involved, they tend to find out what's important to them and use that as a way to give. We have Brian Jarvis, who wrote a song after being involved with Dream Ride and his feelings through that song. We have had other musicians contact us after seeing that and want to get involved for next year's videos. Everyone looks at it in somewhat of a different way and finds a way to which they can contribute, offer their skills to make this a success. I think it's also important to thank all of those people from Dream Cruise, Papa's Dodge, all the volunteers and supporters on that side that have done events throughout the year. I truly like to thank Governor Malloy and the entire Connecticut State Police emergency response personnel for their continued support of Dream Ride and their support of changing attitudes and changing lives. The revenue from the Dream Ride, this year alone, we will raise approximately $220,000 for the athletes. And for all of that, I say thank you.
Dream Ride 2012.
Good night, Irene.